Hi.
Welcome to another episode of Things That We Talk About. My name is Jeremy.
I'm Anif, and there's Jessica behind the camera.
Hi.
Jessica, what are we talking about today?
Yeah.
We want to talk about languages today.
Oh.
Languages.
What about languages?
Yeah, what about language?
there's nothing.
Okay.
What is language?
What language do you speak? Language and dialects.
I speak the Malay. I speak the England. I speak the China. The China got three different type of China, right? You know, the standard one in Malaysia got three different type. The Malay, the Malay.
Why the Malay?
The Mandarin, the Hokkien.
Okay.
The Mandarin, the Hokkien, and the Cantonese. Yeah.
I
So
also
that's
speak
5 lah.
Yeah, that's 5. So
I speak English, Malay Sarawak. And the last one, I tried to speak Chinese, but it's like all over the place.
it's okay. So I've heard him speak Chinese, so I know his level.
I watch a lot of Hong Kong movies,
Yeah.
so I know how to speak Cantonese.
He's only ever watched Young and Dangerous. So.
Yeah, Young and Dangerous. And also,
Yes.
How about you?
I speak English, Malay, Mandarin, and Cantonese.
Oh.
I can understand Hokkien, but cannot speak lah. 4.5 lah. I guess.
Wait, you told me your mother was from Penang, right?
Yeah.
Your mother must be so disappointed in you.
Wow.
Because my parents both, my mom's from Perak, my dad's from Penang, but both speak Hokkien. But I grew up here with babysitters who only speak Cantonese to me and let me watch TVB drama.
Oh.
So I learned from
They
there.
don't watch Taiwan drama, and where were you living when you were young?
Here in Subang.
In
No, they
Subang.
don't watch Subang drama.
Subang the drama.
But I learned Mandarin from school lah. I went to Chinese school.
If you say like the mother will be disappointed, I'm pretty sure my mother and my father will be disappointed.
Even more disappointed.
I'm pretty sure, we're all disappointments at some point in our lives.
I mean, we are at the disappointment at one thing. Everybody is at one thing, but not everything.
Yeah, not everything.
Yeah.
At least we did well for us.
Yeah.
Where did you learn to speak what you know how to speak?
Well, Malay is obviously school. And I study in Sekolah Kebangsaan, so I have a lot of Malay friends, obviously. So, being from Klang, that's what we speak, and then also Klang people mainly speak Hokkien. Yeah, and then we don't watch TVB drama, we watch more Taiwan drama. So it's all the, the series I? It's not I, but more like love, I.
No.
So they always say like, like literally that. So
Nailed it.
people in the Taman usually they'll say like, tell people, because everybody knows everybody. The neighbors will be like, hey, 做爱了.
So
Get it? 做爱了. What? 做爱 means make love. So like make love already. It's like, okay, cool, auntie. Cool.
Oh, I didn't know people in Klang watch a lot of Taiwanese drama.
Yeah, that's why we all speak Hokkien more. So it's more Taiwan verse.
But Taiwanese Hokkien is different. Not like Penang Hokkien.
But somehow my brother once told me this. Gary said Taiwan Hokkien and Klang Hokkien is quite similar. That's why when Klang people go there, they can converse okay.
Oh, no wonder when I went to Taiwan last time with my lecturer, she can actually she said like very similar. Then she asked me, do you know how to speak Hokkien? Like, I understand a bit, then you should be fine. Then I'm like,
a bit, like
a bit is fine.
A bit. What is a bit?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So it's similar.
Yeah. It's more or less similar.
What about your Mandarin and Cantonese?
Mandarin is also from school. I have all my Chinese friends speak Mandarin. Even though I'm a banana, I go to school. Okay, so I don't know how to speak Mandarin. My caretaker speaks Mandarin, Hokkien, so I converse with her. And then when I go to school, I go to Tadika. It's all Mandarin in around Klang. So Cantonese is more from my father's side of the family. Even though being from Penang, oddly enough, the whole family speaks Cantonese.
Wow.
So, yeah. Then my auntie, everyone, they all
So
speak Cantonese.
is that
And
just your
Hokkien lah.
Oh.
family?
Yeah, just my I don't know lah. Maybe other families in Penang also there are a few random rare cases.
But very
maybe
rare, right?
maybe depend on area kot.
I don't know. Not too sure about Penang.
How can you not know? Such a disappointment.
My father from Penang, not me. I'm from Putaring Jaya I'm PJ
You're not from Subang right?
No, I know budak Subang Jaya.
I am proud Subang.
No. Yeah, budak Subang Jaya lah. Subangian.
Subangian.
Subangan.
Subangai.
Subangai.
So you?
Where do I learn?
Yeah.
I mean,
you're from Sarawak lah.
from Sarawak lah, you know.
So Melayu Sarawak is okay lah.
Melayu Sarawak from Kuching, like you go up and you listen to it. You don't listen to any other language except for like English and like the Malay drama you watch, like it's Malay lah. But so I learned KL, speaking like
Bahasa
the actual
KL.
Bahasa KL. Came here 2014, so I learned how to speak, but that's a bad experience though.
Bad experience. Bad experience speaking. I mean, KL, kita orang KL.
So, like in Sarawakans, like very different how we pronounce things. We have a lot of intonation and whatnot. So when you come to KL, it's like we thought that the whole word got intonation, and I realized one thing. Like you speak in KL, it's like behind it got an E, right? It sounded like you emphasized the E, you know, like an E, like kita nak gimana.
Yeah, you don't say kita.
But actually, I don't think they actually emphasized the E. It just sounded like it's an emphasization of E. So when we first came here, everything we put E at the back.
So like what?
Like what?
Kita nak makan apa?
Dara.
Ayam nak makan dada. You know?
Okay lah.
Dada is
Telur dada.
Telur dada
Yeah, telur dada. Yeah, that what happened to me. I ordered like telur dada. Then people say like order telur, telur goreng, whatever. So like I wanted the yellow telur dada. So like telur dada. Then the waiter look at me like, what?
Kau ni Melayu tak ni?
Yeah. So the waiter just smile and like to walk away. Then I'm like, what's wrong? Did I say something wrong?
Telur dadar gila.
Yeah. Yeah, those kind of things lah. So that happened to me. So after that I figured out, okay, it's not supposed to be like that. Okay, to my fellow Sarawakien who move, like gonna come here,
Good luck.
Don't emphasize the E. It comes to you naturally. Okay, just
Don't worry about it.
You will teach us a little bit of Sarawakian in a bit.
Yes.
Malay, Sarawak Malay.
Sarawak Melayu.
Yes,
like Melayu
Okay.
Sarawak.
Yeah.
So what other languages were you exposed to but you cannot speak?
Obviously Korean lah. K-pop, Cinggu, Sarawak.
I mean,
K-popnya.
Korean is because you watch Korean drama.
Yeah lah,
Yeah,
I
but
mean
can pick
exposed
up.
to it.
What's the first Korean word that you know that you heard before?
Sarang heyo.
Obviously.
It's always
Sarang heyo.
sarang
Sarang
No. Okay, my father always says this word. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요.
Anya is
So in Hokkien it means your, I don't know, 안녕 probably your auntie, something like that. Okay or not? 안녕하세요. Your auntie okay or not?
it's
안녕하세요.
onion dan sayur. Onion dan sayur.
Onion dan sayur. Onion dan sayur.
Which is annyeong haseo by the way.
Yeah, it's 안녕하세요.
Yeah, so if you're talking about language that we're exposed to and don't speak, I'm like such a disgrace lah.
No, not a disgrace, a disappointment.
A disappointment in a way, because my mother is a Melanau, my father is Chinese. I can neither speak any language,
Melanau or Chinese.
Melanau or Chinese.
Did you have the initiative to learn? Do you ask to learn? Do you want to learn from them?
No, I was young. I was a kid. Like, why would you want to learn those kind of
I mean,
things?
why not? Like,
because at home
That's why they don't teach you lah.
No, at home we speak Sarawakien like local Sarawakien language, and then my father, how I was raised, I was always taught to like read newspaper every day, so to improve my English. Yeah, so I read papers every day.
Yeah. Read newspaper to improve English. Yeah,
to
that's the
improve
thing.
my English. So that's why I did lah. And then Bahasa Melayu, like BM, is just you do it for the sake of academic anyway, so it's not important.
Also because kita orang Malaysia kan.
Yes,
Yeah.
So, all Malaysia
I
must
didn't
know
think it's
Melayu.
necessary for me to learn other language. It's like, I can speak Hokkien naturally, then fine lah. Then speak English, and then like, that's my other language to communicate with the world is English. Kononnya that time. Then like my cousin and all on my mother's side is Melanau, right? So as I grew up, then Raya, especially Raya or Chinese New Year, right? My siblings we always like in a like lost in space situation.
Lost in translation.
Your cousins
Yeah.
can speak Melanau.
My cousin all can speak Melanau. I have another cousin who stay here. Actually knows that I exist.
Okay.
That one knows.
This is the one that knows.
The one that knows.
Everybody
And
else
then
know.
When we
Who's
go out,
Anim?
right? When we go out, the two of them are Melanau. So they speak the language, right? Then I'll be like,
It's technically your language too.
yeah. I mean my language too lah. But I was like,
So you don't understand any Melanau.
I know like a few words only. Okay, Melanau also have a different dialect. Different. So there's a lot. There's Melanau Rajang, there's Melanau Mukah, there's Melanau Bintulu. The one that fairly very different is Melanau Bintulu. Melanau Mukah and Melanau
Raja.
correct me if I'm wrong, okay, my fellow Melanau, okay.
We're not pro linguists here, so disclaimer.
Not pro, but I do know Bintulu, Melanau from Bintulu speak fairly different. Example, when we say makan, we say penyak.
Penyak.
Penyak. When the other Melanau say makan, they say keman. Then I asked my mother, I was like, okay, so is it so hard to learn this language? She said, not that hard. You just need to listen and talk. But then since I'm here, not with my mother, so fairly different. Then we have a group WhatsApp, the whole family, my mom family. They all converse in like Melanau. I'm like, then I look at it like, what does this mean?
Do you ask?
I did ask my mom a few times, but I can never remember. Because as you get older, your brain don't memorize things.
Yeah, you don't absorb it as easier as when you were younger. Yeah.
So, but then I try to know what it is. And then for Chinese New Year, right, it's always like, when my cousin all speak to each other, then we're like,
Do they speak Chinese?
yeah, they do. So
Okay, you mean your dad's side?
yeah, my dad's side.
They speak Hokkien.
They speak Hokkien. Yeah. So the only thing that I know is like, Chia hao bo. As I grew older, I started to learn from my uncle. So I asked my uncle a few things. I even asked my fellow friends. So it's like, so there are a few words that I know, like kui tiam, kului,
Kului.
Kui lui.
Pangsai.
pangsai, yeah,
Tang pui.
pentan.
Pentan is
But that is Mandarin though.
See, you always mix up your dialect.
Yeah.
Okay, see, this is the problem. I can never actually
Figure
out what is what. Okay, but I do try. I really like.
Okay lah. Not bad lah.
Yeah. So like, lu chia ai mai,
Lu ai chia.
lu ai
Mai.
chia mai, or something like
you
that.
you want to eat or not?
Yeah.
Lu ai jiam.
Lu ai mai
Lu
chia.
ai chia mai, or something like that. So yeah, so that is the extent of my Chinese and my Melanau.
Your language.
Not bad.
Yeah, my language of Chinese and Melanau, Hokkien and Melanau. That's about it.
Okay lah.
But I'm willing to learn.
Jeremy, what other languages you learn Japanese what?
Yeah,
took
you learn Japanese,
classes
bro.
for so many years.
Yeah.
Watashi wa Jeremy-san.
Jeremy Desk. DESK. No, not
Tell us
really.
about your
Desu.
Japanese experience.
Japanese.
Why do you want to learn?
Yeah, why do you want to learn Japanese in
Okay.
the first place, bro?
Initially, during there is a time in my life, okay, things were pretty down, and then I'm like, okay, since I'm not doing much in my life anyways, let's just go learn something, just go take up a new language, just for fun actually, initially. So I just called my cousin Evelyn and was like, oh, hey, I heard you were learning Japanese, so can I go to the same class as you? Because, at least someone I know lah, so it won't be that awkward, going to class and go like, Watashiwa, you know. You know how people think like, oh, why do you want to learn Japanese? Because I want to understand the animation more, Japanese anime.
Yeah.
So people have a term for this, they call them weeboos.
Weeboos?
Yeah,
They call it what?
WEABOs.
Hey,
Weeaboo.
If I learn Japanese from anime, am I considered that?
No, not really. More like, they memorize and all the Japanese phrases, because Japanese people don't actually speak the way
Magayo, something like that.
as in the anime do. They have their proper language thing,
Yeah.
but anime is very weird and casual-ish. So whenever people speak like that in real life, speak like an anime in real life, they consider them like weeaboo.
So what does that mean?
What does that even mean?
Imitate.
What's a
So that
weeaboo?
means like, I don't know if Koreans have this term.
Is it like weird?
People who like worship and okay, I'm probably wrong anyways. So there's something like that lah.
But you already have an interest in Japanese lah, so you want to learn.
Yeah. Also, technically I'm a weeaboo also. I love anime. I love Naruto.
What the revelation in the
Slam
end.
Dunk. I love Japanese games. I want to be like a Japanese purist. No, you gotta learn the Japanese.
So how long has it been, and can you converse or not?
So I've learned for roughly 2 years, and it's every Saturday class. So I'm not very good at it.
Can you converse?
There is 5.
Like,
You go to Japan now, can converse.
Nihongo.
No, I'll be super awkward. I mean, I understand what they're saying, the gist of it. I know basic words lah. I mean,
you
good
cannot-
enough to get around lah.
How about like in writing? Can you understand?
Oh, writing is it's because
Can
Japanese.
you read Japanese?
I can read Japanese words, the hiraganas, the kataganas.
What the hell?
But it's their
Alphabet.
alphabet. It's their
Alphabet.
alphabet. But then when
It's
it comes
very
to you know how Japanese uses Chinese words,
Chinese
those
kanji.
super old Chinese words.
Wait,
they're
isn't
kanji.
Korean also use Chinese?
Yeah,
word?
yeah.
Now no.
Really?
Really? I thought
In
I
their
thought they
words
do.
now no, but in Japanese they still use
it means
kanji.
like during their signboards and
Yeah,
everything.
the
There's still
signboard
Chinese
still got
words.
some
the
Chinese
old
letter.
one,
what?
but in their books, newspaper, no more.
Oh, now it's
Even
like
subtitles.
like
Yeah, but then
Zero
Japanese
T.
one is
They
still
still use,
zero T.
Sorry,
Zero T.
Korean.
Okay lah, makes
Jimin.
But yeah, so Japanese, because there's 5 stages, so I'm at the lowest one. So I'm not gonna say okay, 2 years I've been studying shit. Fuck all. So
Do you still go to the class?
no, not anymore. Ever
Not
since
anymore.
the last election, because of the nature of my work, so I kind of stopped it.
But
So stop
what
for
is your like takeaway from the class?
My biggest takeaway is my girlfriend.
Okay, here's the thing. Fun
I
fact.
remember
Che. Why do I always throw fun fact? Okay, it's fun fact anyway.
Yeah, but it's true. It's
It's
a
true.
fun
Fun
fact.
fact about Jeremy.
Fun fact about Jeremy. He met his girlfriend in the Japanese class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've been together ever since. But
No,
his
no.
Japanese still sucks.
I mean, it took me a while, but whatever. Okay, that's something.
Make her speak better.
Yes, she's way better.
She's way better.
Her Japanese is because it's quite up there, like N2.
Lucky you went to Japan with her.
Yeah. If not, you did.
If I went Japan alone, I'd probably die.
Or with your
But, I
family,
mean,
they will rely on you,
Yeah,
Mr.
and then it was
Japanese
like,
class student.
instead of reading everything, because everything is in Chinese, I'll be like, I'll just go up to a Japanese person. Something like that.
Can any of your family members read Chinese?
Gary. There's
Gary
only
can
one person in my family that reads Chinese,
Gary.
and that's Gary. So everybody else cannot read Chinese at all. Cannot read, cannot write.
So only
obviously.
Gary can?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you know how they call Chinese who don't know how to speak Chinese banana, right?
Yeah.
But if you know how to speak but don't know how to read,
Technically,
so
I'm
what
a
are you?
half-cooked banana. lah.
Half-cooked,
Yeah, I'm still green.
Is there
Almost
such thing,
yellow.
Is there such thing like a Malay that cannot speak Malay?
Singaporeans.
Oh,
Singaporean Malays. I think,
they
yeah.
can lah, they can.
I mean, they can lah,
good.
but I'm pretty sure they're not very.
Some of them are Chinese better than Malay.
No, and I think, I mean, from what I know lah, like their Malay also quite baku one.
I don't know. I don't really know any Singaporean.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah, neither do I.
But you worked in a Singaporean company.
But then,
Yeah, that's for another
But then
time.
tell us, when you call, is there such thing as like people who can speak like is a Malay but cannot speak Malay?
Got those acah-acah one refuse
I mean the
to speak
acah-acah-
Malay.
I know.
Acah-acah one is
I
like
know what we're...
I speak English
No, it's-
only.
Okay, I'm sure this is gonna offend a lot of people. It's like there's those type, it's like, hey, I'm half this. I'm like, oh, I'm Eurasian.
Yeah. But
It's
don't
just-
speak
it might
Malay.
sound offensive, lah, but it's true. A lot of them are like, oh, I don't. Oh, how do you say this? Oh, I'm Malay,
mean,
but I'm
just-
so bad at it.
Yeah, admit.
But being Malaysian,
embrace your
lah. I mean,
identity.
being Malaysian, at least.
Embrace your
Yeah.
identity, lah. Yeah. If you know how to speak fluent Malay, but you only speak it at home because you're too shy
Yeah.
to show everybody how.
Why
how-
though?
Yeah.
Why?
I know
Why?
there are
Don't know.
people like
I mean, I think the reason why we speak English because it's a very neutral language to speak among other races, and then it's a very universal language. But if you can speak in your native language, macam kalau kita cakap Melayu, cakap je lah kan.
Apa susahnya?
Apa masalah dia?
Yeah, I'm so proud of my Malay.
For me, for us, right? For me and Jeremy, like at times we speak English, at times kita cakap Melayu je, selamba je.
Tu sebab.
Then I try to speak Sarawak with him, like tapi Cik faham, so Cik je guna.
Si mok kelakar Sarawak boleh.
So that's his extent of spoken language. That's about it. So sad.
But Jeremy's Malay is very, very good.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
you-
the way I speak it.
Yeah, you sound like a Malay.
Yeah.
Thank you for all my Malay friends out there supporting me during these hard times.
There's even what do you call that? Somebody, what do you call it? Verified, or somebody like acknowledged that.
Yeah.
Like my colleague before this, like met you, and then when you speak Malay, they're like, yo, he speak like a pure Malay, bro. It's like, yep, yeah.
Yeah, that's years of practice and years of having tons of Malay friends.
Yeah, the thing about language, you really have to practice.
Yeah.
I think you have
Yes.
to be around it.
You have to be around
you
it
have to
constantly.
speak it, not
Yeah.
just read or like watch or whatever. You
Yeah.
have to speak it. That's
I
where
mean,
you really
true.
practice.
Same lah. Even if you learn a new language, right? But if you don't practice and you don't speak it to people that speak the same language, you won't be able to be.
Like my Japanese lah.
Yeah.
Like I only do it every Saturday.
You do have your girlfriend.
My girlfriend is not going to speak Japanese to me. Like, what the hell are we? You're Chinese. Freaking speak Chinese. Huh?
It's like obviously like why would I want to speak
Like,
Chinese with
God,
you?
dude, it's like, oh,今日はどこに行きました？知らない。どちらもいいです。Like, nobody's gonna do
What does
that.
that even mean?
It's like, oh, today where are we gonna go? It's like,
Oh
I
my
don't know anywhere. It could be fine.
Like for me, I studied in a Chinese school for 6 years, primary school. Then I did 3 more years extra subject in Chinese as a Chinese I did extra
Education.
subject for PMR, but I didn't go to Chinese school after that. But because I don't mingle with people who speak Mandarin anymore, ever since then, like more than 10 years ago already, my Mandarin I can
Rusty
speak
lah,
if I
rusty.
need very super rusty. Like I speak to some of my colleagues now who are like Chinese speaking, the Chinese writers, right? Sometimes I find myself just like mixing English language. And then that day I felt a bit disappointed because my colleague told me, another colleague, she's like you lah, like a banana. Then she told me, her Chinese actually better than you.
Wow.
Really? Then I was thinking, I feel like I speak okay. But sometimes I also feel that Jeremy speaks better Mandarin than me somehow. Because now I don't have anyone else
I
to
feel like
you
Jamie
need-
speaks like all the Chinese dialect very well.
No, my Cantonese is shit.
Yeah,
Really?
Cantonese
It's true.
okay.
No.
My Cantonese is
hello.
okay.
I speak to my auntie, she'd be like, this simple word also you don't understand. How call yourself Chinese?
My Cantonese is okay because I speak with my mum lah, but just mix and mix lah. And then sometimes I feel like I want to watch all the TVB drama again to like just.
But you
brush
never
up.
do.
Yeah.
You never do.
Yeah, because nowadays it's more K-pop than
Yeah, but
K-drama.
a few years ago when I went to Hong Kong for work, somehow when you're in that environment, right, it just comes out on. So like I can
Right?
speak, so I can speak, it just comes out. Then when I went to Taiwan last year, also speak Mandarin, it just somehow comes out.
Oh.
Like you remember lah, but you might sound a bit
It's
like foreign
your,
to them.
your synapse disconnect to each other. Pew.
Yeah, like how, okay, in Klang, I speak Klang Hokkien. So when I go back to Penang, the Hokkien is totally different, right? So you have to take like a
Adjust a
day or
bit.
two, and then
Yeah.
once you adjust, and then you get back, and it's like, oh, okay, ki tolo ki jipeng.
For Hokkien, right? If you go back, then you like to speak KL, right? You did.
What?
You did, bro. Like literally, you did.
Will
People
they
will be
judge
teasing
you? Are they like,
No, they don't judge you, but they tease you a lot.
Tease you.
They tease you a lot, like them a lot. Like
orang semenanjung?
yeah, it's always been like that. To every Hokkien whoever like come to KL to work or to study, then when they went back, if that we call it tersasul lah, like terlepas, then you to speak like KL a bit in it, then they're like, yeah.
Why you like that? Why you don't speak Sarawak, bro?
You don't remember your own language, man.
You
Something like that.
Sarawakian eh?
But we've both heard you speak Sarawak Malay before, and it's super fast like super fast and hard to catch.
The different thing about second language is that when you converse with another Sarawak, your fellow Sarawakian lah, it's like it's naturally faster. It's faster because you're
used to it lah.
you used to it. One, like how we converse is you anticipate what he's gonna say. Then before he even finish, you already know like what to throw. Like it's like
So it's non-stop. Oh, must be tiring listening to them.
No, not really.
Hey, practices your brain is functioning all the time. I think it's good, man.
It's not that non-stop. It's just that we converse a lot. We talk a lot.
once you get into the rhythm lah, it's more like it's
rhythm,
because you're both fluent at it. Okay, to the untrained ear,
It looks
what
fast lah,
we're
but it's
listening to is like
some say
white
like
noise.
Just try to pick up like one word that I know, like what? Okay, kame.
I only know kami, kita, ao lah.
Okay.
so sometimes people like I've heard people say like it sounded like Philippine, sounded very foreign.
Philippine.
Tagalog.
Yeah, it's
Tagalog,
Yeah,
yeah.
I did. Somebody's like, Hokkien language sound very foreign, like totally out of place. But if you listen to it carefully, it's not. We still use the Dewan Bahasa, some of the words from Dewan Bahasa. It's just that some words is just that by the native itself, so it's memang already there. I don't know where it came from, but it's just there. When I grew up, that's the language.
It's already established,
It's already like
nobody's gonna ask about
it's
it.
like automatically, like when you were born, it's already in your head already.
Yeah.
Like ding.
Like we're not gonna ask, where did English come from, but then
Yeah.
we know lah,
But
because
then
it's more.
Yeah.
It's a more obvious.
Yeah.
I have friend that from KL that moved to Sarawak. It took them not that long to actually converse and learn, because the thing about Sarawak language is always about listening. You have to listen. Once you listen a lot, then you understand
You know how to use the
and when
words.
to use the word. It's always like that. Like Fatim, Awin's wife.
Yeah.
Fatim also like knows how to use the word.
Fatim is awesome.
Yeah. So it's like intonation. There's a lot of intonation up and down, because how we can speak is always full of like
Tone.
Yeah, a lot of tone.
So
lot
can
of
you
waves.
teach us a little bit today?
Oh,
Please do.
Okay, start with the most basic.
The most basic one. Okay, let's start with
You and I.
you and I. Okay, you and I. You is kita.
Kita.
It's like kita, Kita,
With the
but
K at the
K,
back. Yeah.
Kita. I is kame. If it's like kami, but Kamek.
Yeah,
Kame.
Yeah.
So kame kita. So that's the easiest one lah. And then if no is si, or if you don't want is si mau. If you want is mau. MAOK mau.
Not more.
Mo is also a part of it.
Okay.
So here's the thing.
I thought it's sigmo.
Si mau. So it's the two things. It can be used differently. It's very
So
simple.
one is cannot, one is can't.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
It's like
okay,
a short
okay.
form lah. It's like a
okay.
simplified version of when you say
Mau or mo.
mau ataupun mo. You know. So that's one. Oh, let me teach you the easiest one. If you go to Sarawak, like you want to look for toilet, right? Like toilet is jamban.
Jamban.
We sometimes call it jamban in Malaysia. In Malaysia. Oh no! Shots fired! Shots fired! No!
In Malaysia?
I mean,
in Malaysia,
East Malaysia. East Malaysia. Semenanjung. It means
West Malaysia.
wait, we are west.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I fucked up. I forgot my. Okay, no.
Wow. Okay.
Shots fired. Sorry.
Fun fact here, most like West Malaysian do not know that.
Okay, you cannot
Not
say most.
most.
Okay lah, not most lah.
Few.
Most okay.
Rare. There are people.
Few there are people. Okay, few. Okay, I don't. Okay, not most lah, but there are few people that do not know that Sabah and Sarawak is Malaysia. Okay.
I'm pretty sure they thought Brunei is Malaysia also. These that don't know is
pretty sure.
bad geography.
So like, I'm not saying that. Okay, not most lah. Some and then a few.
A few.
So it's like more. I mean, I don't blame them. It's just geographical thingy.
yeah, and
when
then
you study, maybe you pay attention to
By
geography.
car cannot get there, right? Because by car cannot get there. So
Then-
technically,
Another
yeah,
country.
you
country.
need a passport lah. You
Yeah.
know.
So does that make Thailand Malaysia?
Yes. Hatnya is technically Malaysia.
I just want their tom yum.
So yeah, there
Yeah,
are.
not that. Anyways,
what else?
Jamban.
Jamban. So like, kami mau pergi Jamban. Or you ask,
Kami
where is the
si-
toilet, right? Sini Jamban.
Sine.
Sine is where.
S-I.
S-I-N-E.
Sini is where?
Sine is where.
Oh.
So how do you say sini?
Sini is Sitok.
Sito.
Yes.
T-O-K.
S-I-T-O-K. Sitok.
Sito.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sini
Okay,
is
okay.
Sitok.
Sini Jamban.
Sini Jamban is where is toilet.
So you say what do you say?
Answer.
Jamban di Sinun.
Sinun.
Or di
What is
Sitok.
sinun?
Oh, di Sia. Okay.
Oh, di Sia.
Let me give you the brief like
Translation.
translation of direction.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sitok is here.
Sini.
Sia is there.
Situ.
Sinun is
Over there.
over there.
Sinun. So sini, situ, sana.
Yes. Sini, situ, sana. Sini
Sini
is Sitok. Okay. Then Sia is
Situ.
situ. Then
Sinun is sana.
sana. So it's like it's far.
Yeah.
Sinun
Very
is far.
confusing.
Sinun.
Sia is not that far.
Sia is so random though.
Yeah.
It's so Singaporean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was
So it's like-
so epic, yeah.
So like, yeah, it's like Singaporean tinggi. So picture, so like Sitok, Sia, Sinun is always been used all the time. It's like the common thing they use. And there's Tok.
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 T-O-K.
Tok. T-O-K. Tok is this. Tok is this.
Oh,
This.
This
Ini.
is like this. So Toknya means this is it.
Okay.
Ini dia. Tok bendaya. No, this is the thing. Okay, like macam ni tek, macam tu. How
Like
how
this.
is it?
Like
It's like
this.
this.
So technically, to is this.
Tok is this. Literally tok is this. So tok is commonly used like all the time. And then there's also bah.
Bah.
Bah. It's like
Okay, bah kalau kau.
It's
There's
not just Sabahan. No.
it's not just Sabahan. It's not just
use
Sabahan.
bah.
Bah we also use bah, but bah usually is like an ending of conversation. It's like usually bah kelak kita jumpa lagi. Bah is like that's the end. You want
Okay.
to end the conversation.
Oh,
Okay.
not the end of the sentence.
Not really the end.
No.
It's
more
also
like
the end of the sentence.
It's a word you say to end stuff like.
To end stuff. Yes, it's
Like
to end
a
stuff.
hint that I don't talk to you anymore.
No, not really.
In a way.
In a way,
somewhere like
in a
somewhere,
way.
yeah.
Bah, kelak kita
Bah.
kelakar lagi.
Okay, then
Like,
we stop talking.
So
Bah kelak kita kelakar lagi.
so okay.
Kelakar.
Kelakar, kakak. Kelak kita kakak lagi. It's not kelakar, it's K-A-K-R, kakak.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
K-A?
K-A-K-A-R.
Kelak kita kakak lagi.
So if kelakar is cakap, but kelakar in Bahasa Melayu is funny.
Funny.
So it's funny in Bahasa Sarawak.
They are, okay. From kucing is like lawak.
Lawak.
Is
oh,
lawak.
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 Lawak do.
Lawak do.
Which is also
Lawak do.
Malay word lah.
It's also a Malay word. But in another part of Sarawak, some use Charlie.
Different areas lah.
Different area. I know that in Miri they use Charlie. I think Bintulu also same. Correct me if I'm wrong, fellow Sarawak people.
Yes.
Okay. I had an experience before where I went, and the first time, I think like a few weeks, like just 1 week, I just reached here, right? I asked for extra plate, right? Extra plate and extra glass lah. So we call plate tapak.
Tapak.
Pinggan.
As in
Pinggan.
Tapak kaki.
Tapak. TAPAK. Usually here tapak is like
side
tapak kaki
or
or whatever lah. So we call tapak, and then we call a cup or a glass is like cangkir. Cangkir. So what happened was I said like, yeah, I literally like, you know, at the kedai, I was like, boleh bagi satu tapak dan cangkir. Like, literally.
Did they look at you and go,
Yeah, they look at me and go like,
apa?
apa? Tapak? Like literally like so blurred, like I'm asking for
A super foreign thing is like, okay, tapak in Malaysia.
So the people who take order give me like clueless look, like I'm alone at that time. I'm like, then I just automatically transformed like plate and glass.
You forgot the word for in Malay.
I forgot.
So did they understand plate and glass?
Yes, they understand.
They was like, oh, ni bukan
Plate
Malaysia
and
ni.
You know? So like, because we also say glass. But we rarely say glass. We say cangkir most of the time. Ambil cangkir lo, like go take the glass. You know, go take the glass.
A cup lah.
A cup. Something like that. So that happened to me before. So
Nak cup dengan plate ni. Dek nak cup dengan plate.
there are a lot of Sarawakian words that fairly different from the actual Malay word, right? But there are some similar, like for example, balik. The only thing that we change is the K become a T, so become balit. Yes, balit. There's a lot.
The funniest one I heard is so far lah, is belon.
Oh, okay. That happened to me and my brother. Yeah. So when my brother first came here, so that happened to him. So we were like, oh, so how did you come here? Then I said, oh, naik belon. Like literally naik belon.
So this is actually when I first met you and Sebastian. I mean, when you guys are talking about, and then suddenly the word balloon just comes out. It's like, are you guys playing with balloons? Is there something going on here? Are we talking about balloon here? Yeah.
So balloon is airplane. Okay, balloon is airplane. But we don't say kapal terbang. I don't know why, but I think maybe because it was used like all the time, balloon. Because balloon is basically the balloon that actually flies. Hot air balloon.
Yeah, maybe he's talking about the blip thing, you know, the huge one where they blip across.
So
what is that?
So I don't know why was it used like that, but what I do know is like it's a much more simpler and easier to pronounce rather than kapal terbang. Takkan you want to say like, kami naik kapal terbang te. It's like fairly odd.
I
It's
mean,
like kami naik balloon.
You can if you.
You can. But
The
like,
Sarawak is Semenanjung is. Whoa.
it's like telling you to speak Cantonese, but
Mix a Mandarin word in it.
It's like, yo, that does not work.
我哋一齊上飛機。
It's like how you guys always annoyed when I try to speak Cantonese.
Yes.
Yeah, because you pull out a Mandarin word out of nowhere.
It's like, what do you want to learn?
Yeah.
You know?
So
And then it's like 我们一起 that's not Cantonese.
I don't know.
One time. Speaking of learning Chinese.
Ooh, should we get into that?
Let's-
Are we getting into that?
Yes,
Oh my
let's
god.
play a little game. Okay, we have we have this running joke between us that Anip cannot pronounce Chinese words properly, obviously. We try to pronounce.
Okay, it's rude to laugh at people who is trying. Don't laugh at them.
Guys, I can. Okay, to anyone that hears this, that listening or watching, I actually can pronounce, Chinese word.
Yeah, always encourage your friends to learn more languages.
Y'all listen after this.
Don't laugh at him.
We're just frustrated because for all these years, he always just says the same sentence.
Yeah,
Even though we taught him so many different things.
Yeah,
he's
go to
which is all from where? Young and
dangerous.
Yeah,
so
young
we
and
teach you for
dangerous.
what? So today we have a little book. But the other way around, we want Anip to read the Romanized Mandarin sentences or phrases to us.
Oh my god, he's gonna do a pinyin.
Yes, you have to try to figure out what he's trying to say.
You can do it, man. You know me.
So
I know you. I know you. This is not gonna work well.
From there, we can figure out why is it so hard for him to learn. Okay.
Should we do this?
Let's go. We have a book right here. It's called Essential Mandarin Chinese. Okay, this Facebook and dictionary.
Okay, let's do this.
This is how we're gonna do it.
Let's do
I'm
this.
gonna say a line from here.
I already know this is gonna be hard.
Then you're gonna guess what I'm saying lah. Okay, let's start with a very simple one lah. Okay.
Don't laugh at your friends, guys. Remember.
Don't laugh.
Okay.
This is gonna be a you laugh, you lose challenge.
Okay, like this. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yes.
小物好相见.
Okay, I know the first few. 下午好.
下午好.
下午好, and then?
Let me repeat it again.
Oh, 先生.
Oh, 先生, yeah.
So, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, correct.
下午好,
先生, yes.
So how do you actually pronounce it?
下午好,
下午
下午好
先生.
先生.
The
Okay.
E is not A.
先生.
Yeah, but then in Malaysia
Okay.
you don't.
下午好先
先生.
生.
Okay.
See?
Good.
See, my pronunciation is not
Okay,
that
okay.
bad.
This
Not that
one,
bad.
this
Not
one the
too
easy
bad.
one.
Yeah,
This
this
one is the
easy.
easy one.
Let's see this one. Okay. 带回见.
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 待会儿见. See you later. See you in a bit.
That's how you say. 待会.
待会儿见.
What is 待会? See, I'm Chinese.
This
This is a Chinese.
What is?
待会儿 is later.
哦，待会儿。
等一下啦 something like 等一下
So,
right?
so
等一下见。
So
See
it's
you
like
in a bit.
like see you in a little while.
Yeah. Okay, Malaysia Chinese we say 等下见。
等一下
Let me say this. I think I always heard this. I think I can pronounce it correctly.
Okay, let's do this.
谢谢你的一样.
Okay, I heard 谢谢你
You're killing me here, bro. I'm not supposed to laugh at you, but what the hell did you just say?
I mean I heard it before. 谢谢你的一样.
Is it 一样？一样。
谢谢你的一样.
Oh, 谢谢你也一样
Is that it? Is that how you pronounce it?
Okay, okay. What does it mean?
Thank you.
You too.
Oh, thank you. The same to you.
你也一样。
你是什么？谢谢你有一样。
也
谢谢。
YE is 也
It's supposed to be 谢谢你也一样。
Yeah.
It's gonna be painful.
有什么好看的？
Oh, okay. Is
Okay,
there
this one
anything
is
that's
good.
nice to see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so I pronounce correctly lah.
有什么好看的
Oh,
Not bad, not bad.
It's Y-O-U. I said you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
有什么
don't read it like an English word. Yo.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
yo.
I don't know how the pronunciation, but let's try it. How about
Pick something with a Q in it.
厕所在哪里？
厕所在哪里？
Yes.
Where is the toilet?
Oh.
Okay, not bad.
Okay, okay.
且说
Let's
Maybe
pick-
because we're getting used to the
Yeah.
pronunciation.
We already know.
This one. 路程要多久？
路程要多久？
路程要多久？ How long is the destination? Something like that.
How long is the trip going to take? Something
Yeah,
like
how
that.
long is the trip?
Oh, how long is the trip?
Oh,
Come on, man. Come on, banana killing it.
Okay, how about this? 经理给我干
King?
You know what he said? King 你给我干。
King, 请你给我看。
经理给我
Q
干
is the Q.
Oh no no. It's-
Correct or
In
not?
in Hokkien King 你给我干。
What does that even mean?
I don't even want to know.
Okay.
So you get
Okay, what I said.
understand what I
请
said?
你
just now?
给我看 Please let me see.
Could you show that to me, please?
Okay. King
King
How
Q
about this?
is-
Okay, how about this? King when you 没有 sushi 的菜。
请 Q
有没
is
有
sushi.
sushi？
Again, sushi.
That's how it's spelled there. Okay, let me try my
No
best.
laughing.
Again. 请
Okay. 新闻有没有 sushi 的菜？ Okay. 新闻有没有 sushi 的菜？
请问有没有
sushi 的菜。
sushi 的菜
Stop laughing, Jesus.
Do you have lao for the sushi?
No.
No, wait. 金。
请
Okay, let
问
me
有
try my
没有
best to like imitate. Let me imitate.
素食的菜？哦，
松氏is it?
素食
Is it
is
like,
vegetarian.
Correct.
素
Do
食
you have any vegetarian
是
dish?
素哦，
So it's 请问有没有
请问
sushi 的菜？
金文。金文。
请问
不是。
This one I always heard this one. I always heard this one. 可以问您眼前吗？
可以
跟你问人家，
可以问您眼前吗？
你讲什么？
可以问你讲什么？
Can
Can
I
I
ask what are you talking about?
Can I ask you something?
可以问 what？
可以问您眼前吗？
哦，一件
一件
事。
事，一件事。
Okay, if you didn't say it in English, I
讲
wouldn't understand.
So I always heard 我可以。
我可以。
Means I can.
哦。
可以 means
可以
can.
means can.
啊，我非常喜欢。
我非常
喜欢。
喜欢
喜欢。
喜欢
我非常喜欢。
I very like I like it very much.
喜欢 I like this very much.
I enjoyed it very much.
哦
What I feel right now.
Okay, we're getting it.
啊，你不喜欢要
There's something wrong.
What? Wait, something wrong.
You said 你不喜欢，我不喜欢。Bro,
你木是
你不喜，aduh, aku dengar, aku pelik. Pada Puki mana? Aduh.
Okay. Let me check. Okay, maybe I pronounce it wrongly.
Okay.
Pronounce it
Don't laugh at
properly.
your friends saying Puki, okay?
Okay, guys, I'm trying my best.
Okay,
here,
no worries.
Okay. See, actually, my pronunciation not that bad.
Okay, say it again, please.
你不喜欢
Now it's implanted in your head. Now every time you say Puki,
Should I even say this word? I
say
don't
it, just
know.
say it. Yeah. 你不
Is
okay,
it
put
XI or QI?
It's QI.
I.
C.
Why do you always put X into K?
Okay. 你不喜
C.
C.
你不喜
Okay. 你不喜欢跳舞吗？
你
不喜欢跳舞吗？You
Yeah.
don't like
You
to
don't like
dance.
to dance.
Oh, don't you like
Do
dancing?
you like to dance? Don't you like
C.
dancing?
Remember X is C.
Oh my God,
such
it's
a
okay.
nice
Oh my
question.
God.
You change
How about
it.
this one?
你不喜
这是我朋友。
我朋友
朋友
啦，我朋友哎
Hokkien 啊，
，It's not Hokkien, not 朋友
Really? Is it the same?
朋友
朋友
Same, but in Mandarin-
朋友。
啊，朋友
Oh, so
But
I
in Mandarin
so I
it's 朋
pronounce it
correctly in Hokkien. Peng you.
这是我朋友。
这是我朋友。这是我朋友。Hey, you my friend. 这是我朋友。朋友看到咯，朋友Okay.
My Mandarin
Okay, I mean
pronunciation.
the romanization is kind of hard for a non-native speaker lah. It is true lah, because the romanization is all XI and Qs.
You know what I think? What I think that I find it hard to because when you're used to like romanization, right? And it's spelled QING. You call it
Queen, like a queen.
like a queen, like
King.
Queen.
you know?
King.
And then when it's XING, you also pronounce it king. So
But
X.
we don't really have. We have xylophone.
Yeah, it's
You should have
sing.
Z.
What?
Xy.
Xy.
X. We don't have a lot of words in
XYLOPHONE.
Yeah,
Xylophone.
I mean, I said Z, then Z.
There's Z lah. But in Chinese, when the Z, right, is Z. Z. TS. Z.
Yeah, it's going on here.
This will take a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess that's it for today. I mean, I think I understand now. I think I do understand.
I think I understand your romanization now.
Yeah, so at least I tried to speak. Let me read more about this. Maybe one day I can speak Mandarin to you guys.
This has been
But
like
you need
my
somebody to
most.
read the correct pronunciation to you.
It's okay. We don't need that.
What do you mean?
As long as you guys understand, it's
Oh my
fine.
god, if you go to a random, okay, like a Malay person trying to learn Chinese and then you go in, ni puki, you know, it's like, habis lah. It's like, kau pasal tiba-tiba marah aku ni, kau nak puki-puki dengan aku ni apa hal ni?
I guess the lesson is here that every language is not easy to learn.
Yeah,
it's
true
very
that.
difficult to learn, right?
No
So
matter.
it takes
need to
time.
practice.
And you need to
speaking.
practice, and then people need to guide you. Same like if I teach you guys Hokkien, right? You also have to know like when and how to use it. Similar like how you teach me. That's about it for today.
Yeah.
Things that we talk about.
This has been fun.
This
Yeah.
has been fun. This is language. Like for all you, everyone out there who's listening or watching, you watch on YouTube, click the bell icon,
Always
and
subscribe, like.
And then if you, we are also on like
Spotify,
Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcast. You know, do listen to us if you have
Yeah,
the time.
follow us there.
Yeah, follow us there. We also have Instagram, things that we talk about. Do follow us to keep an update.
Yep.
Okay, so
True that.
that's all from me, Anif.
Jeremy.
And Jessica. And untuk kita orang yang di luar nun, orang Sarawak, tangga video tu dengar, okay, subscribe, like, jangan lupa, okay, sokong kita Sarawakin, okay, boleh. Bye.
Bye.
Semua kelakar Sarawak boleh si.